Have you been through a situation where you rushed into action during an emotional outburst and regretted it later? I have, and I'm sure many who are watching me had similar experience. In this video, I want to talk about something we all deal with on a daily basis, and that's emotions. Emotions are powerful. Our mood determines how we interact with people, how much money we spend, how we deal with challenges, and how we spend our time. Research study by Center for Creative Leadership found that 75% of careers are derailed for reasons related to emotional competencies, including inability to handle interpersonal problems, unsatisfactory team leadership during times of difficulty or conflict, or inability to adapt to change or elicit trust. How many different human emotions are there? Well, scientists have identified 27 distinct types of emotions. Chuck Swindoll once said, "The longer I live, the more convinced I become that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it." Gaining control over our emotions will help us become mentally stronger. Fortunately, anyone can become better at regulating their emotions. Just like any other skill, managing our emotions requires practice and dedication. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio defines emotions as the collection of lower-level chemical and neural responses to a stimulus that move an organism towards life-maintaining behavior and help to keep us alive by producing quick reactions to threats, rewards, and everything in between. On the other hand, feelings are the mental manifestation of emotions, a way of making sense of the bodily experience, allowing processing and planning in response. Emotions and feelings bring forward our survival instincts, pushing us to pay them attention. We've all experienced it in one way or the other. For example, feeling irritable when you're hungry or thirsty, or grumpy when you're tired after a long day's work. Managing our emotions isn't the same as suppressing them. Ignoring our sadness or pretending we don't feel pain won't make those emotions go away. In fact, unaddressed emotional wounds are likely to get worse over time. And there's a good chance suppressing our feelings will cause us to turn to unhealthy coping skills like alcohol. It's important to acknowledge our feelings while also recognizing that our emotions don't have to control us. If we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, we can take control of our mood and turn our day around. If we are angry, we can choose to calm ourselves down. Let me share some practical steps you can take to master your emotions. One of the things you can do is label your emotions. Before you can change how you feel, you need to acknowledge what you're experiencing. Are you nervous? Do you feel disappointed? Are you sad? Keep in mind that anger sometimes masks emotions that feel vulnerable, like shame or embarrassment. So pay close attention to what's really going on inside of you. Name your emotions. Keep in mind you might feel a whole bunch of emotions at once, like anxious, frustrated, and impatient. Point number 2. Engage in a mood booster. When you're in a bad mood, you're likely to engage in activities that keep you in that state of mind. Isolating yourself, mindlessly scrolling through your phone, or complaining to people around you are just a few of the typical go-to-bad mood behaviors. But those things will keep you stuck. You have to take positive action if you want to feel better. Think of the things you do when you feel happy. Do those things when you're in a bad mood and you'll start to feel better. Here are a few examples of mood boosters. Call a friend to talk about something pleasant, but make sure that you do not continue complaining. Go for a walk, meditate for a few minutes. So these are the things you can do to boost your mood. Point number 3, seek divine help. Faith is our saving grace in our darkest moments. No matter your creed, developing a healthy relationship with the divine world will help you surmount your obstacles more easily. This is because when you believe in a higher force, you also believe in the power of divine intervention to show you what you must do, teach you why something is happening, or even save you from a certain unwanted situation. Point number 4, forgive your emotional triggers. Your emotional triggers may be your best friend, your family members, or yourself. You may feel a sudden wave of anger when your friend does that thing he or she does, or a stab of self-loathing when you remember something you could have done differently. But when you forgive, you detach. You detach from the resentment, the jealousy, or the fury lingering within you. You allow people to be who they are without the need for escalating emotions. As you forgive, you will find yourself disassociating from the harsh feelings attached to your being. Point number 5, have a gratitude meditation. Take out a piece of paper and spend 2 minutes making a list of all the things you're grateful for in the last 24 hours. Positive psychologist Shaw Anchor says if you do this simple exercise for 21 straight days, you will be training your brain to scan for positives instead of negatives. This activity is the fastest way to teach optimism, and it will significantly improve your optimism even 6 months later. Point number 6, take a 6 seconds pause. Why 6 seconds? The chemicals of emotion inside our brains and bodies usually last about 6 seconds. During a heated exchange, if we can pause for a short moment, the flood of chemicals being produced slows down. When you're frustrated or upset, before you say something harsh, this precious pause helps you to quickly assess the costs and benefits of that and another action. Applying this consequential thinking in the moment helps you to make more careful choices. I would encourage you to put these into practice, and I can assure you that you will become better in handling emotions. Thanks for watching.